Center for Transforming Lives partners with single mothers and their children so that they can thrive. People don't realize is how extraordinarily isolating it is, especially when they run into trouble.
So when I was pregnant with my youngest, I had to take the girls and leave my ex-husband because the situation was abusive and it wasn't safe for us to be there. I didn't have a job and I didn't have very much money, and I had these two little girls and we had to figure it out. I needed a lot of counseling services. What we had been through was really traumatic, and I was struggling to show up for my kids in the ways that they needed. I was struggling to just function day to day, and one of my kids was exhibiting some bigger behaviors and showing signs of trauma. And because we were in this program, it's a Head Start program, and the teachers are trauma informed, they are able to look at those behaviors and know, oh, we understand that there's a problem here and that there are things that can be done.
When a child has been traumatized, and so often they're locked in the trauma and they're expressing that through the behaviors, and their learning stops. So by engaging our therapists in all of those ways, children are able then to begin to learn, but even catch up and be on grade level.
A lot of times teachers, we focus on the kids, but we have to focus on the family, it's the parents, because if the parents are not there, how can we get the child there? That's my main focus.
I remember actually sitting down with one of the case managers, and she was explaining to me my options, and I just had no idea that this kind of help was available. I remember feeling so relieved that there was someone who could help us.
So I came to Center for Transforming Lives at a time where I was facing homelessness. Unfortunately, I lost my employment. But yes, I had my 3-year-old, my oldest son. Due to my unstable background, he lived with my father. He's been with my father for about 5 years.
I've had great joy in working with Kiana. Her main goal was essentially to improve her relationship with her older child. So we've been working on a lot of different things in regards to repairing relationships, even in relationships with ourselves, communication, setting boundaries, all of those things.
Breaking the cycle of poverty is hard. You've learned patterns of behavior from them, of spending. There aren't assets that you can rely on. So all the examples, the resources are not there.
They assisted me with emergency shelter. They have assisted me with counseling. They've assisted me with child care. I was getting assistance with financial coaching along with credit building. So financial coaching really helped me. When I left here, I was able to get assistance with 3 months of rent and my deposit. So that helped me be able to save.
For Kiana to get out on her own, to go through that healing process, it's incredibly brave. So often, women will not do these things for themselves, but they do them for their children. And it's that love that drives them.
Something in me this year was like, it's time to be a mom to both. So I took a step out on faith and I got him. I've seen a drastic change in his behavior when it comes to school. He would express that it was because my mom's not here all the time, or I don't have a dad around. And so he was going through a lot. So I've seen a change in him, and that's really warmed my heart. There was no wedge between us. Whatever wedge I thought maybe was there was no wedge. I am dedicated into doing better and giving them better and being here 100%. My children are getting older. I'm an example for them. That's what made me say, okay, this is it. It's time to do something better. You have to get your babies. You have to be that mother. It's time to give what you didn't get.
We looked at the rates of poverty in zip codes in Tarrant County, and then we also looked at the rates of self-employment, and we found where there was the highest rates of poverty, there is also the highest rates of self-employment. We realized there is strength here, and Bridget is a great example of that strength.
The Fort Worth Housing Authority was the ones that told me about the Center for Transforming Lives. They recommended the Level Up program for my 2 businesses.
Level Up is our small business program here at the Center for Transforming Lives. It's an 8-week program. It starts with a information session and then an orientation, and then they do 6 weeks of business labs, and then they finish with a pitch night.
I'm working in a salon, so I'm doing a booth rental. I'm also online boutique owner, and it's called J. Sade's Fashion Boutique. When I started my business, I didn't do it the right way. I just started it. I wasn't budgeting my money, so it was just like money was coming, going, but I wasn't like tracking it, so it taught me the correct way of starting a business.
She was a part of a down payment assistance program, and it required regular income to be eligible for that program. And through the work at her small business, she was able to get that down payment assistance and purchase her own home.
I remember when I was supposed to close on my house, I started signing my papers at the table and everything. That's what really got me, when I was able to walk into my house. And I'm like, this is yours.
And what makes Bridget's story so much more powerful, all the way from homelessness to homeowner and homelessness to business owner, she's come so incredibly far.
I got a 3-year-old and I got a 17-year-old. They're the reason why I keep going. So my son said he want to be an engineer, so I want to be an example to show him, don't never give up on your dream. Whatever dream you have, don't give up.
So I'm now going to school full-time, and I'm working on getting my bachelor's in biology with a minor in science writing and a minor in Spanish. Looking back at how my oldest was struggling at that time, how I was struggling at that time, I don't think if I had told myself and we would be where we are right now, I don't know that I would have believed myself, but it's true.
Having everything I need in one place, from resources to shelter, was extraordinary. It's like you have support on every angle. How can you lose? How can you fail?
I can't believe I came this far, especially for me to have my own business. And it was like everything was just lining up for me. Center for Transforming Lives changed my life.